Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot, old deck that I've had for a long time. Supportive Oracle cards, You Are Clairvoyant Oracle cards by Belinda Grace, illustration by Elaine Marzin. That way, if you want to find those artists, creators, you can do that. Taurus. Well, we're starting right off with a choice. I can see that. Oh yeah, they're highlighting that. All right. So what I'm getting here, Taurus, already, is that it's up to you if you want to enjoy this process or not. Hopefully, for those of you, this is coming to you in a time where you're at the beginning of this, because I'm getting two cards coming up that are saying life is going to change up. They're giving you a chance to see it coming and to get comfortable with it. Comfortable with it. Comfortable with it. I don't know about liking it at first. Your outcome, very good. The trip there, because I feel like Taurus reminds me of kind of like Cancer in a way. Like, they don't really like change. It just seems like that to me. I could be wrong, but that's how I usually, especially the Taurans and the Cancers that I know, not really biggest fans of change. Just seems like it, but we'll see. Because you got choice coming up. Well, this is where we're starting. Choice with integrity. And I feel like for some of you, it's a general read, so not for all of you, but you're in a relationship. And it's one of those relationships where you're kind of like, something's not right. You know something's up. You know that something is just really not working. Others of you, it could be a business situation or a job. Same kind of feeling, like something's not right here, something doesn't feel right. Maybe it's a job that you don't really care for anymore. There's a lot of different ways to take this, but basically they're saying at this point, if this is hitting, you're in a situation that maybe has been better in the past, and currently something isn't just feeling right. It's just not feeling right. Maybe part of you even thinks like, I'd like out of this, but then you're kind of like, yeah, but that's not me. I don't do that. I don't just change direction, but I kind of would like to move on from whatever it is. Choice with integrity. Integrity is telling me you just coming to peace with yourself, realizing that, that looks like something's about to change. The Hierophant is here with the Page of Wands. In the beginning, something isn't right. Something feels like something's gonna change. Something, but to what level and how much you don't know. But also, this makes sense for me with Taurus. This is the point where you can start moving towards that and accepting that within your own confines. That's what it's telling me with the Hierophant. Like, you're not just gonna make an abrupt change. That's just not normal for Taurus. Just kind of like, for example, if you've been married for 30 years, all of a sudden saying, I'm done, and just filing the papers, that's not going to happen. Same thing with a job that you were very established in and you've been there for years. You're not going to be like, oh, I can't do this anymore. And just be like, here's my key card or whatever you have, and I am done as of this moment. That's just not usual for Taurus, unless you've been pushed to the brink. If you've been pushed to the brink, I know things can happen, but in this situation, I'm not feeling that. But this is your moment, they're saying, to work within your confines and start moving towards the exit, because it's getting ready to happen is what I'm getting. Now, with whatever you're dealing with, be it a job, a person, a situation, maybe a house, maybe you're getting ready to sell a house, whatever it is, past lives is showing up in the environment. What I'm feeling with this card is like there's a history here. It's either one or two things. Either who you're dealing with or what you're dealing with has a pattern to where every now and then they do a purging, or they just change who they're dealing with. So the person you're dealing with or the situation you're dealing with might have this habit of like cycling through people every now and then. Or you might, for a lot of you, I feel like this is going to hit. You can look back on your own life where you've had these feelings before and you've kind of been like, no, I'm not going to let that happen. And then life says, well, guess what? it's happening. And life does what life's going to do. And you end up moving forward to a new situation. I'm getting for those of you this is hitting with, you feel it, you know it. If this is for you, you know when that feeling starts coming in, it's very familiar. Either you know it's from the environment and that's what the environment does, or you've had it, and I feel like for a lot of you, you've had it happen in your life where you're like, I've had these inklings before and I felt like something was off and something was about to change, but I decided not to play into that. I was like, oh no, it's just a weird thought, or oh no, it's just my nerves. And then life says, well, we tried to warn you, and boom, here you go. This is your warning moment. You get to take it. You get to start moving towards the exit on your own free will. Like it's almost like if you have to move, it's better to have all your stuff packed up and ready to go, so that way when somebody shows up and says today's your last day, you got to get your stuff out. You don't have to scramble in 24 hours to get everything together, get it in the moving truck, and get it out of there. You're already halfway there, so when it's time to go, you're already set. Okay. Now, whatever the situation is, it's happening. I'm trying to find a way around it because no, there's no way around it. I don't know why I'm trying to find a way around it because they're like, no. The change happens. The Tower card comes in with the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is kind of like, I feel like you don't like how it's happening, but you might be ready for this as it is. It's kind of like the job, or if it's a relationship thing, or whatever it is. The change is happening quickly. Somebody else is making their decision. Somebody else is making the decision for this to happen. It's coming across very abruptly. The fact that it's happening, that's not tearing you down. The way that it's happening, you do not like. The way that it's happening. It's kind of like someone having to trade in a car and then somebody stealing your car instead of you getting a chance to trade it in. Like, I don't like that. I don't like somebody stealing my car. That's not okay. It's still going to lead to the same outcome, getting another car, but the way it happens, you don't like. That's kind of the analogy I'm getting here. Somebody is making the best choice for them. Now, if this is a business situation, it's probably away a few layers, so something is changing here. But somebody is just saying it's time for them to move forward. They've already made their decision. They're just carrying out something they've already decided. There might be a third-party person actually telling you it's already been decided. That's why I'm getting the Page of Swords. Life journey coming forward, like it's time for life to go down another path. And then this here is the Ascended Masters. Like it's actually, this is supposed to happen. This is meant to happen at this time. Liking it is one thing, but I'm getting things are actually on plan. There's a lot here left to wonder, like what's going to happen next, where are things going. There seems to be a few people questioning, like, wait, what's going on here? A lot of people in confusion. When I'm getting the Seven of Cups with the Three of Cups together, it seems to be like a lot of confusion. Could be the chance of a lot of rumors, a lot of wondering. Be careful about what's being said around you. I don't feel like there's a lot of fact. I feel there's a lot of rumors. Like a lot of rumors. A lot of, why did that happen? Oh, I think I know why that happened. Or that happened because of this. And they don't really know. So be careful. There seems to be an upset energy here. A lot of rumors going back and forth in the situation. This is the first stage of the change. It is changing. What are these two cards? These are face down. I like this. Okay, face down are these two cards. They're very close to you and into the environment. So this is how you're affecting the situation. This is how you're affecting the situation. Once the change happens, once it's going forward, it's kind of like it is what it is. Kind of like somebody stole your car. Well, somebody stole my car. What am I going to do? Sit down and cry about it? Probably not. I'm going to go forward and handle it. Why cry about it? I may as well do something about it. Time to stand up and do something about it. The Emperor with the Knight of Wands. Nope, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a wand feel here, but I did say wands for a reason. You're going to get up and start moving on it right away. Once the change happens, you're not just going to sit there and cry in your soup about it. You're kind of like, I don't see the point in just sitting here and crying in my soup about it. Why bother? All right, I'm going to get up and I'm going to start moving with the changes. Like, this happened. I need to do stuff. It's kind of like if somebody steals your car. You need a car. So it's kind of like I just can't sit here and cry about it. Time to start taking care of it. Do I need to call insurance? Do I need to go here? What do I need to do to get another one? Let's make it happen. Let's take care of this. So that's what you do. You get up, you pick yourself up, and you handle it. So I'm just getting, though, for those of you that were trying to get on board with it and try to be ready for it, this stage is really quite quick and easy because you were already kind of heading there anyway. For those of you going against it and not wanting to and kind of digging in your feet and you were kind of pushed out the door, you're not going to like, it's going to kind of drag. It's not going to go as quickly. It's going to take a minute to really get your bearings. What do I need to do? You're going to actively start moving, but you're going to have to take a minute, get your bearings, get your stuff together, decide what you need to do, look towards the direction you need to go, make your choice accordingly. It just drags out this part a little longer, and it's not very comfortable. So it doesn't have to be that long. If you're accepting it, going towards it, this period is very short. If you're fighting it, this period is very long, and you're not really enjoying it at all. That's what I got with that. Okay. Whatever that situation was moves on. Something else comes your way. Something else unexpected is what I'm getting. This is coming in. It says leadership, but I'm noticing I want to say that's probably a hawk. I think hawks are brown. I don't know if eagles are. It's a very powerful bird. Let's do that. It's a leader. But with birds, you get air, communication, thought. Somebody has a bunch of ideas for you and is moving towards you and seems to be coming towards you with ideas. Now, this is almost like, for some of you, it's not somebody telling you what to do, but it's somebody kind of flying by you and saying, here's a possibility, I could be a part of your life, or this could be a part of your life. If it's a job, it's somewhere you could possibly work. If it's a person, maybe this is somebody who's showing interest in you that you're like, you know what, that last situation had lost its momentum a long time ago. So it's like getting over that is like not getting over the person, just getting over the change. And maybe I want to start talking to somebody new. It seems quite quick for Taurus. But if you were already over the other situation, you were already over the other person, like it was just the changing of the scenery that was the issue, you might be ready for this. You very well might be. Everybody's different. It seems like it's really quick, but hey, something's coming in quick. And when it comes in, it seems like it's very slow to approach you, and it's very defensive. Be very aware of that. It's defensive. It's not bad. It's just kind of like, I don't want to move into something too quickly here. What do you want from me? What do you think you're going to get here? They seem to be a little suspicious. They just don't seem to know you that well. It's not a bad thing. Don't worry about it. Just be aware of it. Roll with it. Because I feel like you're okay proving your self-worth over time. The longer somebody knows you, the more they see your value anyway. That's natural for Taurus. When this comes forward, you're seeing this as the Wheel of Fortune going your way. I also see that you're going to kind of not really be sure what to do with it. It's going to be a very good opportunity heading your way. But what I'm getting between you and the other side, because the other side is a little defensive, you're not sure what to do with it or if it's really worth it. Is it the 5? Yep. The 5 of Swords is kind of like the fruitless win. But this is just the questionable between the two, between you and this other energy, kind of like, is this really a good idea? Should we really be doing this at this point? Even if it's a job, it's kind of like, well, do you really fit here? And you're even questioning that. Do I really fit there? That's kind of the energy you're dealing with going into it. I'm getting that this is actually good for you. The first stage is actually getting into it. I do feel like you step into this situation kind of like, why not? I'm getting that attitude, kind of like, why not? You've got nature journey with self-acceptance. It's one of those moments where you're looking at this kind of like, again, I feel like your history's playing in. I've had good opportunities that I could have just given a chance to, that I just didn't. And I feel like I've missed out. And I feel like that's your energy. Kind of like there's been things that have passed me by that I could have just given a chance to see where to have gone, but I decided not to, and in the long run I missed out. And in this situation, you're deciding, you know what? I'm just going to give it a chance. You know, I can walk around the block a couple times, and if I decide I don't like it, I can stop. I just don't want to cheat myself out of a good opportunity. And that's why, because you're looking at your history, like I've not given something a chance because I wanted to wait, and I waited myself out of something good. So I don't want to wait myself out of something good. I'm going to give it a shot. You're accepting that. The nature journey is kind of like rolling with nature, because nature just changes randomly, and you're just like, this opportunity is here. I'm just going to give it a shot. And if it doesn't work, I'll give it a couple weeks, maybe a month. And if it doesn't seem like it's really going the way I want it to, I'll just go a different direction. But I want to at least taste this situation. I want to give it a try. I don't want to just say no because it's just not on my terms, because, again, you feel like you've cheated yourself out of good things in the past doing that. Once in a while, it's warranted just to give it a try. Just give it a shot. Roll the dice. It's not something you do often, by the way this is going. But it's kind of like, with the way that things are going, I'm going to give it a chance. In the environment, personal transformation and automatic writing in this situation, to me, it seems like a lot of self-work, a lot of people understanding what they really want to do, watching what you're doing, deciding if this is worth it. If you move forward, they seem to move forward. I feel like that's the automatic part. But they're also thinking about, is this a good idea at the same time? They seem to be doing a similar thing, but different. Like they're also questioning if they really should be doing this. They also seem to be kind of following your lead on this. Personal transformation is kind of like, this might have a better shot than they originally thought. Whatever this is, moving in, job, person, whatever it is, it's going better than they thought it would. And they also seem to be giving it a fair roll. Like, well, the Taurus is seeming to want to give it a shot. I might as well give it a shot, or we might as well give it a shot. Let's at least give it a chance. This is where this ends up. Music and movement with the Ace of Swords. You're going to be surprised how well you match this situation. You giving this the chance, literally you did the right thing this time. This worked out in your favor. You took advantage of this. You weren't sure if you would. Maybe normally you wouldn't. And the reason you did, again, is because you're like, I've cheated myself out of good opportunities because I waited myself out of them. You gave this one a shot. This one's going to pay off. This is going forward very strongly. The farther you get in, the more you're going to like it, the stronger it's going to get. Communication is key here, which I'm getting like the more you communicate how you're feeling and where you're going, the other side matches that. Be it a person or a job or whatever it is. Whatever you give in, whatever you give out with communication, whatever you put out there with communication, they match it. Whoever this other side is, they match it. Makes this a great situation, a very enjoyable situation with music and movement. It's a very enjoyable situation. I definitely think this is worth your time. This is an outcome that's really worth it. Giving this a shot is a great, great idea. Anything else? All right. I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.